welcome to another Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday, Halloween edition. It's Saturday, Monday's Halloween, it's Halloween weekend. And what do I have for you today? Well, it's kind of sci-fi, it's kind of fantasy, it's horror. We're talking about Cthulhu. We're talking about H.P. Lovecraft and All Manor of Evil. This is a game that I'm going to unbox that deals with all manner of evil. So let's take a look at this. And let me add a little bit of lights so that we can see this just a little bit better. What's an unboxing if you can't see the bits? By night we came, descending upon the old house. Like vultures we are. They say that the manor is full of valuables and relics. They also say that Lovecraft is mad, believing his writing to be the more than mere fiction. Let's hope this isn't true. And why was the front door left unlocked? All Manor of Evil takes players inside the mind and abode of H.P. Lovecraft. As players pilfer and steal relics, ancient forces awaken and madness stirs. Beyond the larceny at hand, each player has an agenda of their own. Some want only to survive the night, while others wish to call forth the elder. So this is a game here, All Manor of Evil by Kolossal Games. Let's get into this. So, I want to thank my lovely daughters for helping me out with hitting the music tracks and, you know, screaming on cue. So it looks like there is there's a slip cover to this, and I think we know who that guy is there. Say what you want about him. He came up with some pretty interesting mythos. Actually, the individual might be scarier than some of his mythos. So, All Manor of Evil. Looks like we have the designer is Trevor Chance, and the illustrator is Mike Riven there. So a little box there. We have the rules here. Very dark there. And so it looks like the rules are approximately 11 pages. And you have white font on black. Not a huge fan of that, but we'll see how that goes. And it's truly 11 pages of rules, because it looks like that's the end game. Here's relics, here's stealing. And this is kind of a stealing game. You're stealing this stuff and trying to collect it. And in All Manor of Evil, your goal is to be the player with the most money at the end of the game. Earn money by collecting relics and achieving the goals of your roll card. But beware, the players with the most total madness loses the game. So you're stealing relics, but you're gaining madness in doing it, because some of this stuff is just, that's the key element in any Cthulhu myth, is madness and getting madness. And you get your little purple tokens there, which I imagine probably denotes madness. There's your setup. Yeah, those are the madness, and this is your awakening tokens. And you can, the more that you go in this game, you can awaken some of the great old ones, or the elder gods. There's Cthulhu, there's Hastur, there's Dagon. If you've read any of the Cthulhu mythos, you're going to recognize them. This is this is a little player aid here. Here's the monsters, card name, monster effect. Here's how to do the setup. And here are the arcane relics and the alternate elder gods. There we go there. Then we got some punch outs here. Here's your madness tokens. They're really small, if you see there. Decent stock, but really small. Then you got your vault here and a lantern. And then we've got a deck box in here. That's kind of cool. So it comes with a little deck box in there. That's kind of cool. Then we've got the board. Here's the game board. You got the attic, basement, foyer, and library. where you're going to be putting the relics that you're stealing on there. There's the board. Then you've got some token, I should say, tarot-sized kind of cards here. That's how big they are. Some good graphics on there. And then you've got some regular-sized cards here with the Shadow of Lovecraft on the back there. Several of those, then some different kind of cards there. All right. Oh, then we got a nice big wooden token of the lantern there. It's kind of cool. We've got some gems here, some small ones and big ones in purple, and some small ones and big ones in black. Kind of interesting. And that's what you get in the box there. So that's interesting. Let's take a look at some of the cards here and see what we have in these cards. So pilfer, deceive, study, inspect. All right, so there's several of those. And I looked at, this was I think a redo of another game at one point, but I can't remember what that was. And these must be your action tokens for each of the different, each of the players, because they have different colored backs, but they're similar type actions that you do things. So you have individual actions there. You've got author, unhinged, visionary, protector. Okay, these are that have that Lovecraft back that has the face and not the shadow. And then we got amber amulet. So we got all these different, maybe these are the relics that you're trying to get. Kind of cool there. Again, I really need to get into, there's the elder sign. So this is something I need, and this is a different back than those other ones. This has that kind of webbed back of sorts, like it's a different kind of window or something. Then we have more of these cards here. I'm using my knife a lot, right? Because you gotta use a blade on Halloween. These are more of the player cards, I would imagine. So maybe there's up to 5 players, maybe. And these are kind of mixed. You got some of these shadow, and then you have some more of those other back cards there. So I'm really going to have to sort these out and figure what we have. There's a Nomonomicon. That's in a lot of movies and books and stories. Puzzle box. Okay, that's Rhyolith disc. That's where Cthulhu sleeps. So if you're a fan of this fiction, there's a lot of references in here that you might find interesting. I'm gonna probably have to play this. Maybe Halloween, right? Maybe after the kids get back from trick-or-treating, we'll go romping through Lovecraft's stash and see what we can pick up here. Look at that. Lovecraft's letters. There we go. He had some interesting ones. As I said, you get into some of his letters and writings, it might be scarier than some of his fiction. Here we go. Blue cultists, green cultists, yellow cultists. There we go. All kinds of... Maybe those are the individual roles, because I think each of the players has a different role of what they're... it's kind of like a hidden goal of what they're trying to do, and that's you're going to continue doing that until you to end the game. But if someone has too much madness, they're automatic. Even if they have the most money at the end from selling relics, they're going to lose the game. So madness is going to factor in quite heavily in this game. Ooh, Shoggoth. So you've got all this good stuff in here from the different references. So, and I have quite a few Cthulhu type games. I might start going into them on additional Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturdays, but I thought, given that Halloween's coming up, I thought I'd do this this today. I guess got this, and I thought this is a good time to do this and show it off. So these are some of the I think the ones you wake up. Awaken the players with the most jade relics is devoured. So if you got more jade relics and this guy wakes up, you're gone if you got too many jade. So there's Cthulhu right there. So these are the big baddies that you don't want to awaken. And then there's scoring on some of these too. Interesting. There's a lot of stuff. This game looks like there's more to it than meets the eye, although some of the components look relatively simple. There's Haster, Shubnugrath, Yogsalgrath, and I'm butchering these names, but you know, I'm supposed to be butchering on Halloween. Here we go, got quite a few stuff in there, and let's go through the last one. So this looks interesting. I don't think this is overly complex. I think it's got some simple mechanics of how you do things, but the theme of Cthulhu might be a little pasted on, but they've tried to, with the madness and what have you, they've tried to, and the references, I think they've tried to do their best to make it palatable. But that is what you get in a box of All Manor of Evil. There's the board. Here's your lantern in the night. Here are the great old ones in there. And I've got a tuck box that I think will fit. It's interesting, that tuck box might fit everything in it. It fits the tall stuff, and it might fit these smaller ones too. So there you have it. Interested to get into this and see what this is all about. And get into All Manor of Evil. So thanks for stopping by on this Halloween. I hope you have a safe weekend. I hope you have a happy hunting and for treats and tricking on Halloween. And enjoy your time with the kids. Anyway, that's what I have for you today on this Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. And have a good one. Thanks for watching.